So it is great to be sat with Andre Simon, who is fighting the main event at Victory Fights against home favourite Dan Vortiah on July 16th. It's set to be a really tasty matchup. So how are you feeling ahead of it? How's your preparation going?
I'm feeling all good, to be quite honest with you. Preparation's going well. I'm not too sure there would be anyone that would say that their camp is not going well.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, yeah, we're training hard and we're doing what we need to do to be prepared on the night.
Yeah, and obviously, like Dan is one of the big kind of names that comes out of Victory Fights. He's a local guy. What's it like, kind of going up against the kind of, I guess, home favourite and all the clamour around that? How do you have to kind of block it out, or you kind of thrive in those sort of moments?
I guess I would say I'd thrive in those kind of moments, to be quite honest with you. Fighting in someone's backyard is not anything new to me. I've
Yeah.
done this a few times, like in the early stages of when I started fighting back in 2018. I had to go all the way up to York to fight on other people's home shows. So going out of my, I guess, out of the London territory,
Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing new to me. But it'll be fun again to fight, as you mentioned, fighting the Brighton hometown favorite. Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, as well as that, it is for the pro amateur Muay Thai title, I believe.
Yeah.
So kind of, makes it even more of an exciting matchup. So yeah, what does that mean to you? How does that affect your preparation as well?
Um, to be quite honest with you, this is a question that everyone keeps asking me. Oh my God, it's a title fight, da da
Yeah.
da da. And I'm like, and me personally, the title doesn't really matter to me. What's more important for me was who I was fighting.
Yeah.
So I reckon, personally, if it wasn't Daniel I was fighting, I may not have taken the fight because generally because I know that he's the town favorite or he's one of Kenshiro's strongest fighters, and I'm not really familiar with the rest of the team. So just to be going up against one of their head honchos, I was a bit like, yep, I'll take the fight, like the title or not. If the opportunity come up, I probably would have said yeah. So
Love that. Love that. So is it like, I don't know, what kind of are you looking to get out of this Victory Fights then? Like, I guess, Dan he has been so strong on this particular show, and as you say, for the Kenshiro team. So I guess, I don't know how much you kind of want to say about it, but what would it mean if you did get that win, which would be seen as a bit more of a, I don't know, wouldn't be as written in the script because everyone is expecting Dan to do well because he has such a good history on this show.
um, as I mentioned, it's like I'm not really fussed about the result. All I know is that we are going to put on an amazing fight. Like we're both, in terms of fighters alike, we've both been on a bit of a rampage recently. So of course, to come back after the pandemic and both of us to be in the limelight on shows that we've been fighting on, and and beating our opponents, I'm just excited to, I guess if I put it in this sense, someone's got to take an L right now. So regardless, like, don't get me wrong, it'd be great to get the win.
Mm.
Um, but that win or loss, I'm not too fast as long as I'm putting on a show. That way, other shows will notice us and just be like, we need to get them on our shows. That's the biggest goal for fighters, to be quite
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, no. As I was saying, the fans can't wait for it, and you've said you have been on a tear, and fans that know you're this really exciting fighter. But what can people that maybe don't know you as well, maybe from the Brighton area or something, what can they expect from you? What's kind of like, how would you sum up your style without giving too much away, I guess? But yeah, how would you sum your style up?
It's a weird one. I guess there's nothing. There's very few differentiations in mine and Daniel's style. We
Yeah,
we both fight very similar. Um, we both like to use our range. We both like to throw knees. So all I can say is you're expecting to see a war, because as I mentioned, our styles are very similar. I know that Daniel's got more of or the Kenshiro guys, they got more of a K1 pace because they usually fight K1. So the difference that will be there is that I'm used to fighting Muay Thai, and I can also fight K1 pace.
Yeah.
So the pace is going to be a little bit slower to begin with as the gears go on. So I guess in that sense, I kind of have an advantage because I'm used to doing the whole 5-round thing versus Daniel. I think he's used to just doing like the 3-3s, if I remember correctly. So that's where the difference may be in the styles. But I reckon that from the round one, we're both just going to be at it, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I think like as you said, I think it's really interesting to talk to you because stylistically, I think it, like you say, it is going to be such a pleasure to watch for the fans. But we touched on your style a bit there, but also just talk to me a bit about your kind of martial arts background. I don't know who your influences are or who got you into it or someone you kind of model your game off a little bit. But yeah, talk to me a bit more about that.
So I've literally been training since 2017. So in regards to most fighters, I'm still quite new.
Yeah.
And then I started competing in 2018. So 2018, 2019, pandemic, and then now here we are.
Yeah.
But like my biggest influences are definitely my current coaches. So Jose Varela and Sunshine. Derashola, Teo Derashola, for those that don't know. And they are just, from the beginning, when I joined Fightzone, they've just believed in me, and they was just like, we kind of see something in you, and then they've always just pushed me to continue to go on. But in regards to starting Muay Thai, it's always been Muay Thai. I'm a big fan of the film Ombak, if people are familiar with that. And I always wanted to start after watching that, and then it was my friend Fabrizio that then brought me down to his gym, which was Torquay Fitness, which was located in London Bridge at the time, Tooley Street, and then I transitioned over to Fightzone a couple of months after, as it was a lot more local to me. So that's where it is. But definitely, biggest influences would be coaches and just everyone that believes in me. To be quite honest with you, it's good to have a backing of people in the community that have seen me go out there and perform. And I guess it's the same for every fighter. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah, it's obviously like Fightzone, having been there just a couple times, just does seem like a lovely atmosphere. The coaches are great, really good energy in the gym, and there's a girl fighting out of Fightzone as well. Have you got any more? So is there 2 of you fighting?
Yes, so there's me, and then there's Bethan.
Bethan, yeah, she's fighting. She's also fighting another sort of home favourite as well. So I guess we it's going to be interesting matchups between Fightzone and Kenshiro. See what energy you guys kind of bring, and I don't know how many people you're managing to bring down. But just lastly, obviously you said like you're really keen to put on a good show, regardless. Get noticed, get your names out even more because we were a bit delayed from the pandemic. So is that basically the next steps? The next aims? What can we expect next from Andre Simon? I guess.
Not quite sure, to be quite honest with you, because at the moment I'm in the process of trying to build a community around Muay Thai and anime. I'm a big Muay Thai and anime enthusiast.
I love that.
So I'm in the process of really just trying to build that and to make, of course, Muay Thai and anime more accessible to the youngsters that will be up and coming, etc. And also just get more people speaking about anime, because I know that there are lots of Muay Thai enthusiasts out there that love anime, but they don't talk about it because they probably think it's nerdy, geeky, etc. But thanks to Netflix, anime is a trending thing now since the pandemic. So everyone's watching it, but again, I want more people talking about it
Yeah.
in the Thai community. So that's something that I'm working on at the moment.
You know, do you know the rapper Megan Thee Stallion?
Yes.
She's a massive anime fan, so I feel like she's making anime trendy as well. Like,
Yeah. And like as I mentioned, like even Megan herself, pre-pandemic, she would not talk about anime.
yeah,
A lot of people do not talk. I've been talking about anime ever since I come on the scene. That's why it's funny because I'm in the process of writing a blog about um, it's called The Anime Guy, because whenever I go to shows, people know that I fight, but they will always talk to me about anime before they get to talking
right,
about fighting,
yeah,
because that's just what they associate me with.
mm.
And then they're like, "Oh my god, oh, you're a very good fighter, actually." And then it's like, "Oh," and I'm like, yeah, but it's like the two different personas. They associate me more with anime than they do the fighter. So it's good when people get to see the switches flip
yeah.
from me just being the chilled, you know, nerdy, geeky guy, to okay, he switches on and he jumps in the ring and it's a different he's a different person. So
No, I love that. I love that. I feel like fighters always have such like different little quirks and such interesting backgrounds and stories and things like that. And then it's interesting you've kind of got those two sides. So yeah, we can't wait to see you on July 16th against Dan. It's going to be a great fight. So thank you so much for your time.
No problem, no problem. Thank you very much. I also look forward to seeing everyone on July 16th. It's going to be an absolute cracker. I guess I should end it by saying victory is coming.
Oh,
Come on.
beautiful, beautiful.